last time that you felt surprised that question which was asked by the student was out of box? I'm sure there will be many instances when we feel surprised the kind of questions students ask to us. Now, I always get uplifted with this statement of the IB guide. The aim of IB education is to develop inquiring, knowledgeable, caring young people. It cherishes me, it impresses me. This statement is a very powerful statement. Now let's understand what's inquiry. We have IB learner profile in which the word inquirer is very powerful. When we say our students or we see our young minds becoming inquirers, what do we see among them? We see they are developing their natural curiosity, and at the same time they are developing their skills to grow as a lifelong learners. So inquirers is a very powerful word. Along with that, if we have inquiry in our classroom settings, that can be a boon for our teaching and learning practices. Now, what is inquiry and what is inquiry not? Like, what is inquiry-based teaching and what it is not? Inquiry-based teaching is not just answering the questions, giving the worksheets, or making them memorize, or just making their cognitive skills active. Inquiry is beyond that. That what I feel is that is the traditional way through which we have learned in our teaching and learning, times. Now, inquiry-based teaching, we give opportunities to the students where they have the sole agency to pose their questions or to establish their scenarios or problems and develop their solutions by themselves. Now, we'll look deeper into this by integrating with mindfulness. But first, let's understand the three kinds of inquiries which are formatted by IB. Number one is structured inquiry. What do we mean by structured inquiry? In structured inquiry, these three kinds of inquiries are based on different degrees of autonomy of students. Like if you look at the first structured inquiry, where the students have to, where the teachers are the soul of the inquiry. The teachers prompt the question, give the problem, and the solutions or the methods to explore the situation. And the second type of inquiry is guided inquiry. In guided inquiry, the degree of autonomy of students and teachers is 50-50. Like students have the opportunity to choose their methods or choices to choose their methods when the teachers provide them questions or provide them situations. Students explore by themselves, but teacher is providing them the problem or the situation to explore. The third type of inquiry which is there is open inquiry. So in this strategy, in open inquiry, when the situation is there, chosen by students by themselves, or problem is set by students themselves, and they choose methods by themselves to explore the situation. In all these three kinds of approaches or inquiries, I see personally that intentional scaffolding is happening at every stage. The teacher is there to support in some way or other. Teachers are there to support, not to answer the questions, but to promote the questions. Now in IB guide, when we read many times, we come across very nice inquiry cycle. There are three stages in IB guide, in this inquiry cycle. First one, you can see the little bit shaded, in inquiry, action and reflection, which we, in all disciplines, I hope we, come across and we explore also our situations with this cycle. But I try to break this cycle into 5 stages. First is when we are giving this problem to the solutions or problem to the students or a situation to the students, they are going to explore, they are going to act activate their cognitive abilities, their memory skills, or their pure learning, pure knowledge, that what they need to understand that problem. And the second stage of cycle, 5-stage cycle, is investigate. Then they will look into the problem, what is required, what data they need. They will collect the data, the information through experiments, through investigation, or through graphs, or some kind of information they are collecting in the second stage, investigate. After investigating, they try to, or the students try to process, like what skills they need, what strategies they need. They apply the strategies, they generalize, they make the statements. And the fourth stage of the cycle is then they reflect what they have generated, they evaluate, is it meaningful or is it irrelevant, and then they share with the rest of the community. And this way the cycle continues. It's not important that what type of cycle or the structure we are using in the classroom. It may be 4 stages, it may be 3 or 5 or 6, but the soul is that in the classroom, IP classroom, teacher is there to promote questions, students are there to explore the answers by themselves. Student interaction is happening, student-teacher interaction is happening, no matter what type of methods we are applying. But in an inquiry-based teaching and learning, if the teacher-student interaction is happening and the student-student interaction is happening, that means we all do, I believe, because I have also experienced in my classes, we do all that. So the inquiry happening like this way. Now,